Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about variables in my blocks. This is the third video of my Scratch programming series, so let's start. First, we are going to discuss about variables. So what are variables and how can you use them in your programming? You can create variables while writing a code and you can assign a value to it. You can use it throughout your code, and if you want to change the value of it, you just need to go to one place and change the value. It will reflect throughout the code. So now guys, I'm going to be explaining you variables with a simple example. So let's start with the example. So in the example, we'll be needing a basketball. Okay, let's type in basketball. No need to type the whole thing. So guys, here's our basketball. So step 1 is to spawn the basketball. Sorry, our step 1 first things first, we just need to take the when green flag click block. Now I'm going to turn the basketball 15 degrees. So it'll turn 15 degrees, yeah. And then I wanted to move 10 steps, and that even I needed to do infinite times. So we'll be using the forever loop, as I told you guys in my second video. We place in forever loop here in the move 10 steps block in it. There you go. Let's check it out now. As you guys see, the ball was moving. Nice. It was moving forever, but now it went out of the screen. So we need the ball to bounce back out whenever it touches any of the 4 edges. So we're just gonna go to motion and use this new block called if on edge bounce. Here the block is if on edge bounce. Now let's see if it works. As you guys can see, the ball's bouncing on all the 4 edges, it's touching them. And we needed to add one more thing, I forgot. You need to increase the score whenever it bounces or touches any of these 4 edges. You need to increase the score by 1. So for this, we'll be using a variables. So to create a variable, you just need to go on the variables section and click on make a variable. I'm giving a meaningful name, score. Okay, good name. Here's our score. So the first thing I need to do when the game starts is set the score to 0. So we are going to simply take the set block from the variable section, set score to 0. We're going to place it right over here. And now as you can see, whenever we start the game, the score is 0. And when do we need to increase the score now? We need to increase the score whenever it touches any of the 4 edges. So we are going to take the change block, change score by 1. And we are going to be using an if block also. Sorry about that, I forgot. So if our ball's touching any of these edges, it should change the score by 1. Simple, isn't it? So for this, we'll be using the sensing. So if the basketball's touching the edge, then change score by 1. We're gonna place it right on here. There we go. Let's check it now. So as you guys can see, the score increases whenever it bounces or touches the edge. 8, 9, 10. It's touching the edge. So variables can be really useful to keep track of something. As you can see, the variables keeping track of how many times the ball bounces or touches the edge, and whenever you stop it, the score resets to 0. So this is the variables. So next we are going to learn about my blocks. So let me first real quick bring on Scratchy, the cat. Okay, cool. And we are just gonna remove the score. Okay, so what is a my block? Using my blocks, you can create your own custom blocks. So for example, you're creating a project in which you want to move your character 10 steps. but later after one day or tomorrow you need to instead you need to make it walk to 50 steps. So you need to change the value from 10 to 50, which takes a little bit of time, but we can still do it, right? But if we use my blocks in these type of cases, it can be more quicker and an efficient way. So you can use my blocks in these type of condition. Now I'm going to tell you about my blocks using a simple example in which we want our character to spawn in the middle and it should jump. So now I'm going to be showing you guys this. So now I'm going to be showing you guys the example without using the my blocks, the normal way. So let's do it with the normal way. We want our cat to spawn in the middle, so we're just gonna, first things first, we're gonna take the one green flag block, and then we're going to take the go to XY coordinates block as we wanted to spawn here. Let's see, like if I bring it here, it spawns in the middle. Good. And now I wanted to jump, so we are going to be changing the y-axis for that. As you guys know, y-axis is used to control the up and down movement. So for that we'll go to motion and take the change y by 10 block. Let's change it to 50 instead. So it's clear, you guys can see it's jumping high. Let's see. As you guys saw, it's Scratchy spawned in the middle and jumped. Cool, our code works. But now let me show you the efficient way to do it using the my blocks. So if you want to create your own custom block, you need to just go on the my blocks section and click on make a block button. Let's name our block. Let's name it spawn and jump, and we'll be using two inputs too. So first we want to know that our cat should spawn at what position. So we are going to create an input called position, and our second input will be the jump height, but we are just going to write a jump, so as we don't want the block to be too big, you just click on OK. So as you guys can see, our block is over here. So you real quick just move this entire script and place it under here. And now as you can see, the two inputs here, position and jump. Now I want the cat to spawn from left to right anywhere on the ground. So I'll be taking this position and place it on the X. I'll place it right here, and we are going to take this jump block and place it here. So now you guys might see in the blocks, here's my block that I've created. So we'll be using this block. Now let me tell you why we'll be using it. So if you use this block, so you can pass out values from this block. Like if you type some value here, it'll pass on to this my block inputs and it'll done the same thing over here. Let's say instead of spawning in the middle, I wanted to spawn in this corner over here. So that's negative 185. So guys, the value over here is negative 185. So we're just gonna type in negative 185. And let's say I want to change the jump height also from 50. Let's change it to 100. 100, not 1000. Yeah, let's check it out. So as you guys saw, Scratchy jumped. So my blocks is very useful and it is an efficient way of doing stuff, and it can save you a lot of time. So this is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.